Great Thursday morning, everyone. How are you all doing? This is your girl Shan. I hope all is well with each and every one of you all. You are starting off to a great day, great mindset. Remember, you got to keep your mind positive. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into today's topic right on up in it. For those of you who do not know who I am, I'm also known as Queen from Marriage Mondays with the Kings, a radio show on KRGN 98.5 FM. You never heard of it? Google it. It'll take you to www.mykrgn.com. However, now you have people out there who wants a good man. They want a good man and they want a good woman, and you're tripping. Or let me go ahead and break that down to marriage. They desire to have a good husband. They desire to have a good wife. We married one day. Man, maybe it's our singles who desire to be married. Maybe it's individuals who are in a marriage and they just desire for the marriage to be great. But have you ever noticed people will sit up and they complain about stuff, but they really don't have any business complaining about it? So it's so many times where I hear, oh, well, my marriage would be better if my husband would do this. Oh, if my wife would do this, da 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 da. And I'm sitting up here like, or have you ever been in a situation where you may have been tripping about your own marriage? You know what I'm saying? You've been tripping about it. Maybe you've caught yourself complaining, and then someone comes, maybe a coworker come in, they crying, they upset, or it's a male coworker and he's mad and some foolery is going on in a marriage. Have you ever stopped and be like, oh God, I thank you. Oh, I thank you for my marriage. I thank you. That is not me. I thank you. I have not had to go through that. We need to start training ourselves to appreciate that which we have. The reason why I'm bringing up today's topic is because, of course, well, me and my husband being, in the counseling field, with our radio show, which is coming up on 2 years, just in general conversation with friends, family, whatever the case may be. It's the same questions I find myself asking individuals. Okay. And okay, this is not the counseling piece where I would ask individuals this directly, not in that setting, but in the other settings, the other hats. So I've had to ask yourself this. Because there are a lot of people that are arguing. There are a lot of people that the enemy's trying to break in, come in and destroy their marriage. It's a lot of people who are opening up the door to the enemy for the enemy to come in to destroy your marriage. But this is what I want you to ask yourself. So let's say me and my husband, right? We arguing. It's getting on my nerves. I don't want to come home and feel like I'm in a battle with my husband. Okay. That's why it is very important. And me and my husband say it all the time. You need to learn how to keep the peace in your home. If you wonder why your husband or your wife ain't coming home, baby, what is the atmosphere? Yes, I am country. What is the atmosphere in your home like? Do I have to come home and it's hectic? I done already dealt with these crazy people at work. I done already dealt with these crazy people in school or whatever the case may be. And I got to come home and deal with your craziness. What is that atmosphere like? Okay. So anywho, getting back to what I was saying. The question that I find myself asking people over and over again, when you and your spouse get into an argument, do your spouse put their hands on you? No. Okay. So you have your spouse ever cheated on you? No. When y'all argue, do your spouse call you out of your name? No. Do your spouse belittle you? No. Well, what's the problem? Oh, I get sick and tired of telling him every time he come in the house to put his shoes by the front door. That's it. What? What I'm finding, and I'm just going to keep it all the way real. And I say this from time to time. What I'm finding is when you have insecurities within yourself, you then project your insecurities, your not willing to trust, your trust issues. Let me say that, your insecurities, your trust issues, all that. What you do is you are making it the problem of your spouse when they're not really. The problem is you. If you haven't dealt with things from your past and you like putting a nice little band-aid on it, baby, it's you. So what I generally advise people to do is if you are in an argument with your spouse, right? And for those of you not married, save this good old golden nugget up. But if you are in an argument with your spouse, I want you to stop. And I want you to think before you say anything that's going to further destroy your marriage. Stop and think. And then I want you to ask yourself, is this something that's truly from my past? Or is this something that's current day that my spouse truly does? Because what happens is, if whether it be your past of your childhood, whether it be your past of a past marriage, a past relationship with somebody, because you didn't allow yourself time to heal from your past, properly heal, get the help that you need, seek counseling, whatever the case may be, because you didn't properly allow yourself to heal, it keeps destroying your current marriage or relationship, or keep being an issue in your current marriage because you didn't do the work. And what we do, and what I've seen for so long, is people, I don't want to do the work. I don't want to feel hurt. I just want to feel love. So you jump your tail into a whole nother relationship. You haven't given yourself time to heal. You probably even given yourself time to even recognize and know who you are, which is unfair to the person that you marry or the next relationship that you decide to get yourself into. If you are in relationship after relationship after relationship, let me bring it home. If you are in marriage after marriage after marriage, you did not give yourself time to heal. You did not spend time with God. You didn't spend time in His Word. You didn't pray to God and say, okay, God, why is it that this relationship didn't work? What is it that I need to work on to heal within myself? What is it, God? If you didn't allow yourself to do that, but you keep jumping in a relationship, you will see the same issues. And this is how it comes out your mouth. Well, see, you acting just like my last boyfriend that I was with. You acting just like my ex-wife. You acting just like my parents when I was growing up. If you find yourself saying those words, baby, it's not the person that you with, it is you. Because that's just what I say. If you hit your pinky toe on the corner of that bed, y'all remember that from back in the day, or the corner of the couch. Yes, you injured it back then, but every time you hit your pinky toe, it's going to cause issue, and it's going to take you back to that pain from when you first had pain from it. But it's unfair to put it on your spouse to say that they're the issue when it's actually you that's the issue. And you are not mature enough to recognize. You know what I'm saying? And I've even heard people say that have stepped outside their marriage. Well, the reason why I did it is because my spouse did this and this and this. Number one, did you sit down with your spouse and did you tell them that this has been an issue for you in your past? And the part B to that should be, but I'm working on it. And that should be the truth. Okay. This has been an issue in my past for me. Baby, if you could please not do this, I would greatly appreciate it because it's going to further hurt me. And when you're married, your husband or your wife don't want to hurt you any further. They shouldn't, just like you shouldn't want to hurt them. But if you haven't communicated to your spouse that that's an issue, then why are you getting mad at them when they don't even know why you get mad? You make it seem like they're the problem, but they wasn't the problem. Daddy might have been the problem growing up because you seen him cheating on mama. So now you got trust issues. You see what I'm saying? Mama might have been the problem growing up, or whatever the case may be, for whatever she may done, or it could have been your ex-wife or your ex-husband that hurt you and got you in a place of insecurity, where you have trust issues and things like that, where they've talked down and bad to you. Because when people do is they jump into a relationship, and sometimes they end up in a relationship with a really good person. But because you haven't healed from your past, you cannot progress forward with your future. Okay? So don't be out here in these streets and you're tripping because you have a good husband, you have a good wife at home, but you got the audacity to sit up and make it seem like they're the problem. Because, baby, let me tell you, I've seen it too many times over and over again. What happens is y'all's marriage break up, it drift apart, and somebody else's. Trust me when I tell you what I know, okay? You got people sitting on the sidelines, baby, ready for the coach to say, put me in. I got this. She don't appreciate the marriage that she in. All she do is complain. All she do is talk about the material possessions that she want. He don't appreciate the good woman that he got that's taking care of his children, that's getting up, cooking, fixing his lunch, making sure his bills are paid, making sure he's looking good out here in these streets. He don't appreciate it. But I'm that good man that I'm going to appreciate, and I will make her mine if he mess up. I will make him mine if she messes up. So I just encourage you to get your whole life together, okay? Check yourself and appreciate what you got. Like I said in last week's video, what we need to do, and the word of God says it, we need to renew our mind, okay? You need to sit down, and I want you to think about it, whether you be husband or wife, okay? Sit down, and I want you to think about, or you can even write it out. What is the good qualities of my husband or my wife? What are the things that I can't stand that my husband or my wife do? That could be an awesome conversation that you and your husband or the wife have. All right? Very awesome conversation. But what are you doing to hinder your marriage because you're too busy focusing on the negatives instead of appreciating? Especially if you're running around town telling everybody, God done blessed me with my Boaz, God done blessed me with my Ruth, and all this. Oh, God done blessed me. If you run around telling people that, then baby, you need to dig deep if you really believe that God has blessed you, and quit complaining so much before you have another football player trying to jump in as soon as y'all divorce, or a cheerleader on the sideline, baby, that's been cheering from a distance. I'm just saying, your girl, she ain't gonna always keep it real. So y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free. Be a blessing and not a curse. And your girl Shanna be back with y'all on tomorrow with whatever God places on my heart. God bless.